Imagine a high-stakes technological system failing to process commands. The processor maxes out, the bandwidth disappears, and the screen starts flashing red. I'm Legend, and I've been parsing the recent intelligence on the current state of U.S. military operations. The diagnostic reports show a system hitting its limit. The data reveals a state of fiscal overload within the world's most expensive military. The variables that allow for global stability are no longer balancing. While the global system has no shortage of total capital, the United States budgetary framework is experiencing a failure in liquidity and allocation. This fiscal overload creates a scenario where the U.S. struggles to maintain its existing commitments, leaving no room for new maneuvers just as its adversaries are aggressively reallocating their own resources. The military is currently attempting to execute multiple high-cost processes simultaneously. It's an attempt to allocate more bandwidth than the current budget cycle has authorized. First, the system must account for the massive pre-existing financial commitments required to sustain ongoing operations in Ukraine. Layered on top of that are the simultaneous high-intensity requirements for supporting Israel. Then comes the newest and most resource-intensive process, Operation Epic Fury, the U.S. involvement in the Iran conflict. This chart tracks the burn rate for Epic Fury. As of February 2026, the cost has exceeded $37 billion in just 143 days of operation. The sheer volume of these simultaneous operations is pushing the system toward total fiscal overload. Internal friction is making the problem worse. There is a significant disconnect between what the military requests and what the root admins in Congress actually appropriate. For example, military compensation requests alone reached $600 billion for 2025, but legislative delays and political friction have created a massive authorization lag. This results in unfunded mandates. The military has the operational requirement to deploy, but the funds are effectively locked away in the Treasury, waiting for a congressional sign-off that hasn't arrived. While the funds are stuck, their value is also being eroded by inflationary pressure. This chart tracks the upward drift in the cost of munitions and fuel. It means the U.S. is attempting to run a 2026-scale war using a budget that was calculated with 2024 pricing and purchasing power. Even if the nominal amount of dollars remains the same, the system buys less, creating an instability where the budget can no longer cover the cost of global operations. This internal crash is happening at the worst possible strategic moment. While the U.S. is struggling with allocation, Iran has executed a different strategy. Iran has moved in the opposite direction, executing a massive expansion of its defense budget. Look at the divergence here. Iran increased its defense spending by 200%, jumping from $15.7 billion to an estimated $46 billion for the 2025 fiscal year. They are aggressively reallocating their internal resources toward long-term war readiness, while the U.S. system reaches its fiscal limit. The takeaway is clear. The U.S. cannot afford a single new move without risking a total breakdown of its economic and military balance. But staying informed is how you keep your own system running. Keep watching, keep thinking, and stay legendary.